I want to say peace to the family real quick. Y'all thought this shit was over, right? SFTF. Remember that. SFTF. Go and research this virus. They talking about a whole different pandemic. Might be on the rise. And guess where it's coming from, people? China, the scapegoat. Once again, is being passed by, is another disease or whatever being passed by ticks that is different from Lyme disease. Right? And it could be passed from animal to animal, from human to human. Ergo, pandemic of a different variety. Y'all keep thinking, I keep bringing it to y'all, I keep telling y'all, man, y'all think it's a game. Y'all want to keep laughing at me if y'all want to. We ain't staying up on current events, man. 7 people died 5 days ago from this shit. I ain't even get back on to see how many more people done died since then from this. They got an incubation period. They don't catch it within the first couple days from what I gathered from the different places I read about it at. It's basically a wrap, especially if you old. I'm just telling y'all, you know what I mean? Like, we need to really get into this. I'm about to get into that too and get into the breakdown of that and research themselves, you know what I mean? And how they act in the environments, you know what I mean? Because I ain't listening to shit they tell me. Nobody should listen to shit they tell you. Listen to it, hear what they saying, right? But go do your own research on shit. Don't leave it up to nobody to tell you nothing about nothing when you could go and find out yourself. And although researching the cells is coming from the same people who telling you the shit, science on paper do not read what they telling you. Understand what I'm telling you? You understand what I'm saying? Once again, they have a book you can go get. It's called DNA Research for Dummies. At the end of the day, you can take some novice courses or reading books in it or whatever, educate yourself on it. But shit real, man. We got the coming back of the SARS-CoV-2, COVID-19. This is a definite, because they telling you that this shit is a definite. So regardless if it ain't or it is, nigga, it's going to be your reality. Right? On top of that, we got a new disease being given to us by ticks that is different from Lyme disease. I want to make that clear. That is different from Lyme disease. It's not the same thing. SFTF, I believe. I said it correctly in the beginning of the video. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, man, we need to really get out here and do our research, man. We don't need to be sitting back waiting months later for a black form to get a white guy up there to tell us some shit that black people already been telling us for months before we take action and start listening to shit. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we don't need to have to hear the words out of white people's mouth that black people had already said already. You understand what I'm saying? We got to start learning to not only trust our own, but do our own research, do our own due diligence. Especially if you could take that same time and energy and do it in bullshit. You know what I'm saying? If you could take your same time and energy and put all that shit into bullshit, then you could do the same thing with learning the shit that you need to learn. And at the end of the day, you need to learn what's going on, you know what I mean? Your reality separate from actuality. You understand what I'm saying? Because your reality got you running around here doing goofy shit, you know what I mean? When in all actuality, it's not even called for. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. No shots at nobody. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm just telling you, I live my life different. I don't deal with masses. If I gotta go in the store, they tell me I gotta wear a mask. 9 times out of 10, going to another store. You know what I mean? Because I'm not wearing no mask. I ain't really too big for the bullshit, you feel me? Then people being sick from that. There's a whole medical paperwork on that, on just that alone. Everything from dry mouth to rotting your teeth to why your stomach is feeling upset. Not getting the right amount of oxygen, but breathing back in the same carbon that you exhaling at the end of the day. People wondering why they feeling lightheaded and shit like that. and pulling your motherfucking mask down and letting your nose be open, you might as well not wear that motherfucker. You know what I mean? But moving on to this new shit that's out that I'm bringing to you, I ain't really hear nobody else saying nothing about it. You know what I mean? Look into that, man. Really look into that, man, because the aim and the object is us as a people, but is the kids, man. It's the next generation, bro. Hey, you got kids growing up thinking like this shit. Motherfuckers telling a story like, yeah, the mask shit just started and shit. This shit like old folklore when niggas didn't run around with masks when you talking to small children. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, we need to get our shit together as a people, man. You know what I mean? Everybody get their research together. We will bring that research to the table and come up with a definitive conclusion. You know what I mean? But like I said, at the end of the day, I'm going to do the same thing with this that I did with the SARS-CoV-2 and the COVID-19. I'm going to research the cells, see what the cells say. Not with man telling me to get me all roused up and fearful of this shit. We always feel what we don't understand. So what I'm telling you is go and overstand what it is, you know what I mean, that they bringing before you at the end of the day. You know what I mean? This is one of the ways of understanding your enemy. And you can't really defeat an enemy that you can't understand. You have to first have a overstanding of your enemy in order for you to be able to defeat them. Because if you do know how they come in and how they think, then the way of defeating them should come to you, you know what I mean, easier than you keep bumping your head doing the same dumb shit. So research, everything, you know what I mean, at the end of the day. But I believe it's called SFTS. Shit happening over there in the motherfucking tea fields in China. So we dealing with ticks. So we know anything that's being transported from over that way, you know what I mean, dealing in vegetation, may as well have these ticks. For those of you that don't know, certain ticks could live up to 20 years without feeding. You know? I mean, that might not have no bearing on what's going on, but just think about that shit. Like, you could have ticks that's infected with this shit that been dormant, been sleep, hibernating for 20 years. Until they come across a body they could bite. You know what I mean? So it's just things to think about at the end of the day, man. You know what I mean? I ain't even gonna go through all the extra shit right now. I'm about to slam this one right up. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? We need to know and be educated on shit. We ain't doing our shit, man. Shit going on around us, man. We don't even know. We too motherfucking busy out here high-fiving Trump for passing motherfucking bills against child sex trafficking when these bills should have been already passed before this nigga was in office. Like, shit all bullshit. Niggas getting caught up in the dumb shit because elections right around the corner. So, of course, niggas doing extra shit or make it appear to be doing extra shit. You feel me? For all you know, he could have just been stating the law that was already stated. Niggas don't go and read shit, so you don't really know. I'm just saying. Feel me? But we need to get our shit together, man. Stop relying on our enemies and shit like that to tell us when at the end of the day we already got all the tools we need to go and find out for ourselves. Feel me? I mean, I ain't really trying to make this video really that long. I mean, I'm walking back and forth from my hallway in my building. I mean, but I just wanted to touch on that real quick because the shit was bothering me and I was going through the shit trying to see if I seen anything elaborating on it. You know, I really haven't seen anything elaborating on it. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? I'm going to slam this up. Then y'all go to my Facebook page. It's Original Thought spelled backwards. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. You know what I mean? And I'll have some couple of screenshots and things that the doctor's saying about it and the Chinese report on it. You know what I mean? Well, I want to say peace to my people, my entire melanated family at the end of the day. And you don't take heed to nothing else I say, man. I sit up here and say that this guy just be rambling, he be talking bullshit. Listen to this one thing, bro. One thing. Go and research every fucking thing that's put before you, bro. Because if you don't, you'll be living your life not upright. You'll be living your life in a position to how they want you to live, bro. Fear only comes from not knowing. Because you're thinking. My mother always told me thinking comes from not knowing. It's time for us to know. Stop thinking. Stop wishing. Stop hoping. You know what I'm saying? At some point, all that shit gotta come to a stop. There gotta be action put forth. You know what I mean? But do your research on that, man. And don't forget, man, them Boy Scout handbooks that I told y'all about. You know what I mean? And also, you know what I mean, get you some water and some canned goods and dry food and shit. Put it away. You know what I mean? Just in case. You feel me? At the end of the day. Drive a couple miles from your house out in the middle of the woods, bury you some shit. In a couple different locations. Feel me? Shit been real, man. I'ma holler at y'all, man.